DocTalk is brought to you by Merck Animal Health. At Merck Animal Health, we're shaping the future of animal health with pioneering science, connected technology, and insights-driven solutions to bring our customers an unparalleled portfolio of choices to improve cattle care and operational efficiency. We support you and your legacy by helping you meet the challenges of today with the innovations of tomorrow.
Hey folks, welcome to DocTalk. We're outside Livonia, Louisiana. I'm here with James Chenevert. We're at Continental Genetics. We're gonna have a great show today. We're gonna talk about Continental Genetics, their story. We're gonna talk about these Brahman cattle as well. Beautiful beasts, great part of our history and our beef industry. Stay tuned.
When you spot BRD in your cattle, that's your golden opportunity to target infection and its associated fever with a single dose of Resflor Gold, the industry standard dual therapy. To learn more, talk to your Merck Animal Health rep or your vet and see label at resflorgold.com. Animals intended for human consumption must not be slaughtered within 38 days of treatment. This product is not approved for use in female dairy cattle 20 months of age or older, including dry dairy cows.
Hey folks, welcome to DocTalk. I'm Dr. Dan Thomson, and I'm here with James Chenevert, and we're at his operation, Continental Genetics. We're outside of Livonia, Louisiana, outside of Baton Rouge. Thanks for having us.
Well, I'm glad to have you here.
It's good to be here, and we've been here today, and we've been on the campus of Louisiana State and with Dr. Navarre, and came out here, and what an operation y'all have. Can you just kind of walk us through kind of how you got started? Yeah, yes, sir.
Well, I was with Gen X Cooperative for about 28 years, and they were deciding to shut down the location in Baton Rouge. And we just, instead of retiring, I figured I'd just go ahead and move it closer to where I live. And this has worked out great for us. We had a great place over there, but we still have some affiliation with the vet school. Mm-hmm. They do all our vet work. We don't have any outside vets. They're the only ones that come here. We're really pleased with them. They've been doing a good job for a long time.
That's awesome. So let's just kind of talk through what you do at Continental Genetics.
Well, we export semen. Mm-hmm. We store semen. We freeze sex semen, both CSS and non-CSS bulls. Okay. And we provide you with some long-term housing. We have some clients that are in Thailand, some that are in Brazil, some that are in Costa Rica, Uganda. We've had some that right now is going to Ghana, South Africa. Uh-huh. So I've shipped over the last 30-something years to about 40 different countries. And so that's what we're looking at right now. And we currently have about 1.5 million units of semen stored here. And that's all from a lot of the eared cattle. The Brahman cattle do well here. We do get some Angus cattle, some Hereford bulls from the local breeders around here. And we're here for whatever they need for genetic use.
Yep.
And hopefully raise some of the best bulls for them and sell some semen as well.
This probably didn't just happen overnight, did it?
No, and this is not quite where we want to be to collect semen on bulls with these overweight bulls. It's tough when you get them back from a show to start them all over again and trying to get good semen out of them. That's really tough for us. So the reason they look like that is for a picture.
Gotcha.
So all these are stars already. I mean,
so we get them that body condition score 7.
That's right.
Or whatever for a picture, and then we need to skinny them down to go to work.
But that's impossible. I mean, that's you almost want to be ahead of that and then get them fat afterwards.
Right.
And but they just do this a little bit backwards for us. Make it a little harder, but we got a little bit more time with them. It gives us a little time to get a good quality product for them.
Yep. And this is all a family business, right?
All family. Everybody in here is family. We do have 2 migrant workers that are here right now, and 2 fellows that are local that work with us.
That's awesome. Well, folks, we're here at Continental Genetics. When we come back with James, we're going to talk a little bit more about what they do. We're going to talk about the Brahman breed and much more. Thanks for watching DocTalk. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Sydney Tuckwiller, and I'm a territory manager at Neogen. Today we will be discussing taking a tissue sample to send in for DNA analysis. Taking a tissue sample is as easy as tagging a calf. Taking a DNA sample for analysis is designed to be as easy and convenient for the producer as possible. Samples can be taken as a hair, blood, or tissue sample, but tissue sampling units are the recommended method. Here are 4 easy steps to collect a sample on your operation. First, choose which sample type works best for you. Second, order your sampling equipment, whether it's a TSU applicator, TSU tubes, blood cards, or hair cards. Then, collect the samples and send to either your respective association or directly to the Neogen laboratory, which works with more than 60 different associations. DNA will process for an average of 3 weeks, and then you will receive your results. You can collect samples at any time, but it is recommended to take them sooner, such as around birth, to allow time for the samples to be shipped to the lab and results to come back soon enough to have time to make decisions using the results. Genomics is an accessible technology that plays a pivotal role in cattle production to enhance genetic progress in a herd.
Thanks for watching Cattle Intel by Neogen.
Are you a cattle feeder looking to manage for a stronger and more profitable set of cattle? Look no further than Igenity Feeder. Igenity Feeder utilizes DNA to gain insight into your cattle's genomic potential, with the information to predict performance, quality, and economic endpoints for cattle feeders. Animals are scored and ranked in a simple format, driving more precise and accurate management decisions. Igenity Feeder gives you the power to predict days on feed, manage variability within lots, characterize carcass performance, and focus on metrics important to you and your operation. With the data provided, you will identify superior animals earlier and maintain high operational efficiency. Maximize your profit and optimize performance with Igenity Feeder.
In the livestock industry, castration is a common practice to ensure proper herd management. All methods are painful, regardless of the age of the animal. At Solvit, we could not ignore the clear industry need for better castration solutions. So we developed LidoBand, a novel lidocaine-impregnated elastrator, addressing the pain associated with band castration. It provides local anesthesia throughout the castration process. LidoBand, a small device that can make a big difference.
When the ones who have your heart need your help, count on us for everything they deserve, delivered fast. We'll work hard for you so you can work hard for your dreams.
Hey folks, Dr. Dan here. Welcome back to DocTalk. I'm here with James Chenevert. We're outside Livonia, Louisiana, here at Continental Genetics, and quite an operation. Great, unbelievable people, which makes all good businesses run. As we were talking through this, these bulls go through a series. The biosecurity and the disease surveillance and testing is pretty intense.
It's pretty stringent. We start off, as y'all went to the other barn on the other end, that would be called our pre-entry bull. Those bulls come in there. We have about 2 weeks worth of testing. And if the testing is okay, we can move them into the isolation barn. The isolation barn, they're in there for about 60 days. After the 60 days, we have to get that last TB so it goes over a little bit. When we get the last TB, they'll end up in these barns here. Either one that is climate control, or if the climate is just natural from the outside air right now from the wintertime, we'll have them on the other side. But in the dead of the summer, they'll all be in here.
90 days worth of
testing, yes.
And do you work with a diagnostic lab? Do you work with veterinarians?
Very much so. Dr. Welbin Dr. Welbin and Dr. Scully are both all area vets over here. And they want to come 1 week, the other one to come another. They're here every Tuesday.
Okay. And then they're doing your testing and taking the samples?
All the vet work we need, they're doing all of it.
And then I'm going to assume that, we go through all that testing and the biosecurity and that so that you can export, correct?
Correct. And that's a little confusing. When you look at CSS, a bull that's CSS tested, and you brought him in here and said, look, I just want CSS on it, he can't go all over the world. There's also USDA has some export testing in there. That's not part of CSS at all.
Okay.
So it's a little misleading, you know, when they'll bring them in here and say, I want him to go everywhere. Well, that's hard unless you specify what country you're going.
Because each country then has
It's gonna be
its own
different.
regulations or own testing, correct?
Yes.
And it's kind of like when we ship bulls, right? When we have
Sure,
bull
yeah.
sales and we want to ship one to Nevada or ship one to New York, we have to
Exactly.
get a hold of that state
Yes.
to understand that.
See what they request for you to enter that state. That's
yes,
right.
yes, sir.
Well, I always think about it. We're going to another country. You're just not going to move a biological from one country to the other without having some kind of rules and stipulations.
No, and nor are we going to accept it.
Yeah,
You
no,
know,
they're
you're
not
right.
going to accept it.
You
That's
know,
right.
we have maintaining our herd prevalence and
Well,
safety.
One thing about that is the client will always be asking you when my bull is ready because CSS never comes fast enough for them. But it is what it is, and we have to sit there and make sure that we're doing what's required of us, because when CSS audit us once a year, they're going to go through every one of those records.
Yep. Yeah, well,
So,
and that's the way you want it.
yes.
Because when the stamp of approval is put on it,
Yes.
it means something.
Yes. And I feel like the biosecurity that we have now, we do have cameras in every barn. So I could see y'all when y'all were at the other end. I can see you when I'm at night at my house. I can see the inside of the barns. Occasionally we'll have a water line that'll bust or something.
Yeah.
And I can see that line when the water's running. So that's pretty good for us.
You
to
got
be able-
biosecurity and security.
and 2 people staying here. And that's really good too.
Absolutely.
But we don't let anybody, if you notice all the signs, you can look through the door when you get there. There's a sign for everybody. If you can't read, you're in trouble there, or somebody will stop you.
Dang
They
it.
should stop you from going from one barn to the other.
It's perfect. We're going to take a break. When we come back, more with James Chenevert here at Continental Genetics. Thanks for watching DocTalk.
I'm Jeremy McBride. I manage the ranch for Wilmoth's here in Southwest Missouri. Probably the biggest challenges in Southwest Missouri is the weather. That's where the Farapes has helped us. The last day we got through weaning, it was 65 degrees and sunshine, and the very next day it dropped to 35 degrees, rained 2.5 inches, which is very, very hard on these cattle. And we doctored 2 heads.
One animal has this huge impact on your operation.
BVDV is one of the most costly bovine diseases, with losses of $15 to $88 per head.
The virus will actually cross the placenta and get into the fetus. As it's developing, its immune system will recognize that virus as it's supposed to be here. And so then that's where our persistently infected animals come from. They're going to shed that virus their entire life, and then it's going to impact your operation.
It is important to work with your local veterinarian and partner with IDEXX for the best solution for your operation.
The seeds of financial security today with United Patriot Coins Precious Metal Starter Pack, the Patriot Pack. Exclusive offer for our DocTalk family. Call now and secure your financial future. Strengthen your roots with silver and gold. Call United Patriot Coin today and ask for the DocTalk special offer.
Ranchers, looking to elevate your pasture management game? Turn to Heinen Brothers for expert aerial application. With state-of-the-art equipment and seasoned pilots, we deliver precision treatments right to your fields. From fertilizers to herbicides, Heinen Brothers has your pasture covered. Visit HeinenBrosAg.com to learn more.
When the ones who have your heart need your help, count on us for everything they deserve, delivered fast. We'll work hard for you so you can work hard for your dreams.
Hey folks, welcome back to DocTalk. Dr. Dan Thomson here with James Chenevert. We're at Continental Genetics, where he's the owner, operator. Probably anything needs done, right?
Yeah, probably the janitor too as well. I mean,
I can relate, man. I guarantee you.
Yeah.
So, you know, beautiful animals. We got these Brahman bulls, and you're sending semen and genetics all around this world of these magnificent animals. Let's talk about the Brahman breed a little bit, and just, you know, what you see and what your vision and what you've learned.
Well, we travel a pretty good bit too, even to Honduras and Costa Rica and different places to see how these cattle are doing. And if you would see the bloodlines today, most of these bloodlines are already over there in most of those countries. You know, they have our bloodlines. They're using them. They've done a really good job with them. And you know, that's looking at all these animals in here with these long ears. A lot of people think they have absolutely no purpose. But these cattle are the foundation of the South. You wouldn't get anything better for females than getting one of these out of there. Now, you know, we sell a lot of Brahma semen, probably more than anything else. And the gray was one of the hottest things we have. The red has been kind of consuming that and passing them up a little bit. Even in the show this year, I noticed there was much more reds than there were grays. And they did really well. And yes, sir.
So when you see people that are like, okay, I want to bring some Brahman influence into my herd, whether it's for commercial cattle or if they obviously want to do seed stock, kind of what are the attributes of the Brahman that you admire the most?
Well, you're going to get hybrid vigor out of this. And these people over there are looking for both an animal that will grow well, eat well, and also that will milk. So you got to have something that is going to be a dual purpose animal for them. A lot of these places in Nicaragua, El Salvador, they go on top of a mountain for 30 days and then they come back down and the milk is not any good at that point, you know. So they have to learn a little bit about the animal itself. Mm-hmm. And I think they would do a much better job if somebody were hands-on with them, teaching them to get them to use this. Right now, the amount of semen that we send in these countries could be even more, because when we get to a herd, for the whole herd use, we're looking at thousands of units that we ship there. For this, it'll be one tank, say 600,000 units, and that's about it. But where we want to sell is, you know, I send 3 or 4 of them big tanks at one time, and that's about 18,000 units. So that's a pretty good bit of semen.
That's just a little bit.
Yeah.
And you mentioned in the shows and that with the different area and regional shows,
right?
But where would you say you see the most? What's the biggest Brahman show in the U.S.
right now?
Yeah,
Mexico is actually holding some of the better shows. Right
Are they
now.
really?
Yes. And in fact, I was supposed to go to I think Tampico, because a lot of those cattle are mimicking what we have here.
Gotcha.
And I mean, you can't tell the difference one pen from the other. And I like that. I like to see cattle that I guess that are well utilized.
Yep. And we talk so much, and we got to wrap up here. But you know, the heat stress, the insect resistance.
That's right.
You know, the hardiness, all the things of the Bos Indicus breed.
Yep.
Are the things that help with that hybrid vigor, correct?
You got that all in that package right there.
You got it all right there.
That's right.
We're going to take a break here, folks. When we come back, we're going to wrap up here at Continental Genetics. Thanks for watching DocTalk. We'll be right back.
They're here, they're hungry, and they can't be stopped with ivermectin. Choose Safeguard when you deworm your cattle to take out resistant parasites like brown stomach worm, Cooperia, Nematodirus, and others. With Safeguard's efficacy, you can kill more resistant worms in your cattle, so you don't leave potential on the table. Consult your veterinarian for the diagnosis and treatment of parasitism. Then bite back at safeguardworks.com.
When it comes to treating BRD, you want a product that you can count on to get the job done at an affordable price. Macrosyn by Bimeda delivers on both. A straight shooting, no BS tulathromycin that does what it's supposed to do. End of story. You don't need to take our word for it though. Go to macrosyn.com for customer testimonials and head-to-head trial results. For your cattle and your bottom line, choose Macrosyn.
Hey folks, for your firearm and ammo needs, for gun safes and much, much more, and to have it personalized, come visit us at United Patriot Supply outside of Seneca, Kansas. You can also visit us online at unitedpatriotsupply.com. Be sure to say that Dr. Dan and DocTalk sent you, and we'll see you down the road.
When the ones who have your heart need your help, Count on us for everything they deserve, delivered fast. We'll work hard for you so you can work hard for your dreams.
Hey folks, welcome back to DocTalk. I'm Dr. Dan Thomson. I'm here with James Chenevert. We're outside of Livonia, Louisiana at Continental Genetics. And while we see the wonderful animals, we see the operation, one of the other things that is a crown jewel of this business is your laboratory.
Yes.
And maybe just give us a little description of what goes on inside a laboratory at a genetics company.
Well, there's a lot that go on. We have, we have a good technician that stands there. A lot of times that I'm in there just about every day with them. But my daughter-in-law is there. Like I said, it's the whole family.
Yep.
On that side of it, we want to make sure that we have somebody that's very competent of looking at semen and making sure that we have a good product. If we don't have one, we don't even hesitate. It just goes to the garbage can.
Yep.
And that's where it ought to be.
Yep.
We definitely don't want to waste any of our clients' money and time on an animal like that because they will be selling it. And that's one of the things we pride ourselves in. I can go to a farm that I've been collecting bulls for over 30 years for them, and the man will tell me I don't want to use another straw but would come from me. That makes us feel really good.
So we do some QA/QC on the semen and the sperm. Then I'm going to assume there's some packaging, some freezing, and different techniques that you have to go through to make sure.
First thing when that bull comes through the window in there, we evaluate the semen, the motility first, and then we go to the concentration. Next thing is the volume. Those three factors that tell us how many straws we're going to have in there, if it's good enough. And if it's not, it just goes straight to the garbage can.
Right.
That'll save us the time of freezing something that wasn't any good. Same thing with the sex semen. I will evaluate every sample that we send over there. So I have an idea because time is not on your side at that time because we're flying 7 hours with that semen, or the plane is flying 7 hours with it. And we have to make sure that it's something that's going to be viable by the time it gets over there.
So when you ship it, is it fresh? Is it frozen?
Fresh.
Fresh. Okay.
Partially extended, 1-to-1.
I'll be. And so you have regular semen samples, but then you have sex semen samples, and the only
thing I send is sex.
Okay.
To be sorted there.
Okay.
The machine is not here, and that machine is a little costly, and I thought it would probably be better to have a machine here. But the way it's been working out, this is fine. Because we would have to run 7 days a week, 24 hours a day with that machine.
Yeah, that'd be tough.
Yeah, and I think the way we're doing it, just the family in there, we make sure everybody's talking to one another, and we know exactly what we got there. And if it's, like I said, if it's not a good product, we're done with it.
So help me understand why sex semen? Why do people, what's the most reason?
They would like to have more female calves, which is pretty good. But your conception goes down. So you're fighting another thing there. And, whether it's worth it or not, it probably is to some of the bigger breeders. Smaller breeder, it'd be a little tougher.
Okay. So from start to finish, and we're up against the end of the show, but what's the thing that when you sit back and you think about all the years of coming through this business, what are your highlights?
My highlights is always sitting behind that microscope over there. I like to see whatever we have and whatever we're putting up. And it looks like the day that I look at it, I can look at it 10 years after that, and it looked the same. I mean, I can remember the bull all over again. It's weird, but it's there,
Well, I'm very humbled. Thank you for letting us spend some time with you at your operation.
Yes, sir. And I'm so glad you came, and maybe we can get you in the lab over there and let you see what some of Hilda's doing in there with.
We're going to head over to that lab, but we're going to wrap this up, folks.
Wrap it up.
Thank you so much for watching today. Remember, if you want to find us on the web, you can find us at www.doctalktv.com. Always work with your local veterinarian. With James Chenevert, I'm Dr. Dan Thomson.
Dr. Dan.
And we'll see you down the road.
At Merck Animal Health, we support you and your legacy by helping you meet the challenges of today with the innovations of tomorrow.
Time is money on the farm, and your cows are less productive when they're stressed. The Alertus on-farm test from IDEX allows you to quickly test cowside and identify open or pregnant cows within minutes on your schedule in the parlor, barn, or chute. It's more efficient for your farm, very simple to use, and puts you in control. With minimal training and reliable, fast results, sample-based pregnancy testing is better for beef and dairy producers. Learn more at idex.com/DocTalk.
Success in the cattle business hinges on a lot of different people playing their part. From the vet to the cowboy and the nutritionist to the feed truck driver, you rely on them to get their job done right, and so do your cattle. Your expectations for the vaccines you use should be no different. Bimeta's cattle vaccines were developed and are made and sold by men and women in the cattle business. No smoke and mirrors, just real-world protection that you can rely on. Go to BimetaBiologicals.com to learn more.